accessed any social programs? And
Yes, counseling, and actually I did rehab up here.
did you find any of it helpful?
Very much so, but finding the right person. Like, I went through rehab a couple different times, and then I found somebody who came up from the city who actually lived a real life, and then I was able to connect. Straighten my ass out.
Yeah, that's awesome. I kind of went through a similar thing too. Like, people up here are so nice. Well, is there any one social program in town that you really believe in?
Is there anyone? Yes, the Takini Arena and the sports complex with the pool, the sauna, swimming pool, jacuzzi, steam room, the weight room, the facilities for keeping in shape, right?
Yeah, not enough people do that nowadays.
Very true, very true.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Watching stuff is more fun than doing it.
We are a TV-oriented society, and we're becoming a computer-oriented society. I say becoming, although computers have been here since the 46 or 47, 54, the big ones, the old ones. But they were being used. Our math changed to metric, and now the weather is going through a climate change, so that's becoming a kind of metric that we have to get used to. If we're staying tuned to programs that help us, if we're researching knowledge like the Knowledge Network or Discovery Channel or PBS, then we're having heritage. We're able to get more global heritage information. But the thing is, the parents and the teachers or friends, do we help each other gear to improving each other, recognizing each other's talents, and supporting it? That's the question.
True. Yeah, that's lots of food for thought. That's a feast, actually. Is there any one social program in town that you believe in, that you think really, really does work?
I thought the Yukon Youth Project with what the hell they call it? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's with Crime Prevention Yukon.
What is that all about?
It's learning skills for future references and stuff, and yeah.
Do you know how anyone could find that? Get in contact with these people?
Through Crime Prevention Yukon or.
Okay. What are your opinions regarding people with addictions?
I have a lot of sympathy for people with addictions because actually no matter how you got there, I mean, even if you just said, I just want to go and follow this lifestyle, once you're in that, yeah, I mean, that's a prison. I mean, you're trapped and it's like being caught in a trap. And of course, I mean, the majority of people, that's not how they get into addictions. It isn't like, well, my life is perfect and I'm just going to pick up an addiction. Usually it's a way to escape from pain from something. And I know a lot of people that have such addictions. That's a worldwide problem, obviously. So yeah, I have a lot of sympathy, and I think that's really a place where people really need to be more sympathetic. Just speaking with the differences that I said, where people look, it's like, well, they're addicted, they're living on the street. And in the West Coast, where I'm from, there's a lot of addiction. It's horrible. I mean, it's rampant, right? In Vancouver, places like that, it's insane. It's so much that your mind can't even comprehend it.
I've never even been to Vancouver, and everybody knows about Skid Row.
Horrible. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What are your opinions regarding people with addictions?
Oh boy, I got a lot of those. People with addictions, just like even people without addictions, there's light, medium, and heavy, small, medium, and large, extra large. So the same applies for people with addictions. There's special cases, and people are still humans, but the fact that they behave differently under the different influences, there is something we really should try to work on, not just generalize.
Well, what I seem to see is that, like, everyone in a certain group, it's like they're just grouped together and no one really tries to figure out why they started, which is really, the key to helping them stop.
Air currents have channels like the jet stream. Water has channels like the deep and the shallow. Humans have channels, and we go into the deep. And when you culturalize, if you repeat an addiction, then certain things add up. Certain things become common or repetitive.
Patterns.
Patterns, that's what I mean. Yeah, right on. and it'll turn, because of the severity of the drug or the alcohol and lack of funds, it'll turn the lack of support. It'll turn, everybody will become, oh no, not that again, or we become abusive to it instead of trying to. If you're stuck, people help you get out. So how come we're not doing that with addiction? When I say how come, I sound like I'm looking for blame. I don't want to look for blame. We want to look for solution.
Well, like, it just seems to be what everyone's doing. They don't want people to blame them, so they just don't focus on it. Have you ever accessed any social programs before?
Like counseling or,
Yeah, I've done.
anything that's related to YFSA, like the outreach van?
Yeah, I used to go up to the outreach van and have them come up to the barracks there and bring us.
Did you find any of those programs really helpful?
Oh yeah. I don't know what I'd do without those sandwiches sometimes and coffee, especially in the winter. But other than that, yeah, the counseling's pretty good. The counselors are, pretty friendly, more one-on-one here, and kind of, yeah.
And I'm here talking with.
Patricia Bacon of Blood Ties for Direction Center.
All right, and we're here to talk about the outreach van. What exactly is the purpose of the outreach van, in your own words?
The outreach van is a harm reduction service that's been in Whitehorse for several years now, and our goal of the outreach van is to provide harm reduction services such as safe injection equipment and safe inhalation equipment for people who use drugs, as well as providing food and warm clothing for people who are street involved and other marginalized populations.
Where did the original concept of the outreach van come from? Was it modeled after a similar program?
Yeah, outreach vans, aren't new conceptually. They've been around for a while. Many other cities in Canada and in other regions in the world have similar type programs of outreach vans. It's the concept behind it is the idea of bringing a service to the people as opposed to making the people come to the service, which, of course, when you're dealing with people who use drugs and street-involved populations, making them come to the service creates a kind of a barrier that we don't want to do. So the van comes to you and meets you where you're at.
Whatever.